everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Cavanaugh's Corner. Today on the channel, I'm going to be talking about a movie that I've loved for many years. It's definitely a favorite of mine, and I got really excited when I found out that this was going to be coming out on 4K. And I have it right here, and that movie is Air Force One with Harrison Ford, among many others, Gary Oldman, Glenn Close, Dean Stockwell, William H. Macy. There's a lot of great actors in this film, but Harrison Ford really gives a great performance in this film as the president. And I gotta say, I had to dress up for the occasion. Absolutely had to dress up. I'm trying to emulate Harrison Ford's look in the movie as best as I could. Don't know if I'm doing a good job or not, but hey, you know, I'm trying. I think the last time I wore a suit in a video, some guy commented that I was copying the Report of the Week guy. You know, that guy on YouTube that reviews fast food because he's always wearing a suit. And I don't know what that was about, but I don't review Taco Bell. I review movies, and I can kind of dress however I want, so deal with it. So anyway, I'm not here to talk about that, but I am here to talk to you about Air Force One on 4K. Now, this disc here, it's another release by Sony, and I gotta say, this is a phenomenal release here. I was really blown away by how great this movie looked and sounded. And I've had the movie on everything since VHS. I remember when this came out back in '97, and I've had it on everything: VHS, DVD, Blu-ray, and now the 4K. And I really love this movie. It's always been a favorite of mine. And seeing this in 4K for the first time is really, really impressive. This movie is really, really great looking on this disc. The picture quality on it is outstanding. There is a good amount of grain in the picture. There also are some special effects shots here and there where the grain gets really, really heavy because of the optical effects that were used at the time. But the movie was shot on film, so you are going to get that grain. I love it. I really don't mind it at all. But if you do not like grain, you're probably not going to like the picture on this. But it is outstanding looking. The colors on this are a giant step up. I mean, the whole picture is a giant step up in comparison to the older Blu-ray, which is also included in this. You get the regular Blu-ray and a digital copy along with the 4K disc on this, which is nice. But the movie itself looks absolutely outstanding. You really get a big step up in detail on this disc. The, just faces, uniforms, Harrison Ford's suit, his hair. I mean, pretty much everything is really, really outstanding looking in this. And like I said, the detail you get is amazing. Even details on like weapons and guns and stuff like that. It's really, really impressive. There's one shot in the movie where Gary Oldman is smoking a cigarette, and the picture is so clear, you can read the Marlboro label on the cigarette. That's how incredible the picture quality is in this. But like I said, there is heavy amounts of grain here and there, but I'm just glad, you know, Sony doesn't DNR their movies. They really do a good job of making the picture as clear as possible without making it really, without taking away the detail of the film. And I loved it. I absolutely loved the picture quality on this. The HDR is outstanding. I picked up on a lot of colors that were not there in the Blu-ray. Little knobs and stuff in the cockpit. Little things, little details of color that you really don't get on the Blu-ray. You really get with the HDR10 on this disc. There's no Dolby Vision on the disc, but HDR10 really does a great job. The black levels on the disc are almost perfect throughout as well. It is really just a great transfer, like I said, except for those patches of grain here and there, and the fact that some special effects in the film really don't hold up as well. Now, the sound quality on this is really something to get excited about. This comes with a new Dolby Atmos mix, and that Dolby Atmos mix is an ass kicker. I really was impressed with the Dolby Atmos in this. It is really a big difference from the old mix that was on the Blu-ray. I think that disc was DTS HD Master Audio. I can't really recall. It might have been. I think it is actually. And that mix This Dolby Atmos mix puts that mix to shame. It really, really does. It's a great new mix. The overheads are used extremely well. The audio dialogue is crisp and clear. The music sounds amazing. There's some scenes near the end of the film where Air Force One starts to get tracked by MiGs. And the MiGs, when they fly overhead, there's kind of like a dogfight that happens. And that is just, I mean, it's incredible. I mean, you can really feel the audio going over the room. You feel like there's planes flying over you. It is outstanding. The only thing I can really compare it to is the DTS X mix that was on Independence Day, which was pretty good. But this is actually a step up. It is really, really impressive. Gunshots, sound effects, and stuff like that are placed in the surrounds are perfectly placed, and it really does immerse you into the movie even more. And I loved it, absolutely loved it. Other than that, there's not much else on the disc. There's a commentary track that is from the director, Wolfgang Petersen, who I absolutely love. I've always loved his work, going all the way back to Das Boot, In the Line of Fire, some of my favorite films of his. And he gives a really interesting commentary on this. And there's a theatrical trailer as well, but that's pretty much it. Ironically enough, the theatrical trailer is in 4K with HDR. You don't get that very often, but it's in here. It's in here. And that's pretty much it. I mean, overall, I mean, Air Force One is definitely worth the money. This is around $20 right now, but I gotta say, it's worth every penny. It's a great film. It's an awesome 4K disc, and it's really the best way to watch this movie. I can't say much more about it than that. I love this disc. It's really, really worth the pickup. Anyway, I'm Andrew Cavanaugh. I want to say thank you for coming back to Cavanaugh's Corner. And if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel and hit that thumbs up button if you really liked it. And I guess the only thing I have to say now is, get off my plane! That's my best Harrison Ford impression. I can't do any better than that, sorry. Yeah, not really, though. You don't have to get off, though, really. You can stay. It's okay. Go watch some of my other videos, all right? Anyway, thank you again for coming back to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night.